Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. And today I have for you a Vennu deck. But first, this popped up on my screen, so I figured, hey, why not start the video with this pull, see if I get anything good out of it. And that way, you guys can let me know down in the comments what you got. I'm probably not gonna get anything. Water Girl, wow, big pogs. Gishki Amelia, good waifu, but I already have plenty of them. And then Gishki Natalia. Alright, I don't even know what you were able to get out of those, but needless to say, I didn't get anything good. And I've still yet to get the cards out of this thing either, so. Anyway, that's not what we're here today. Okay, Duel Links, relax. We are here for this spicy Vennu deck that I was playing with on stream yesterday, and you know, it's a meme deck. So it's not gonna have a high, win percentage, but it's really fun. Someone mentioned Vennu on my Discord randomly, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't tried a deck using Vennu for a really long time. So I put this together real quick, and let's just go over it. We're using level augmentation, which basically lets you, it says reveal one monster in your hand and select one monster on your side of the field. The selected monster's level increased by the level of the monster you reveal. This skill can only be used once per duel. So what this skill lets us do is ritual summon or Vennu using any one monster, because if we have the Vennu in hand, which we're going to if we're gonna summon it, you can just reveal the Vennu on any monster and then use it as a one tribute to ritual summon. So that's why I'm running this skill. We have two Vennu, two Gishki chain to search or Vennu and or spell card, and also to control our top deck, which is really good, especially because what the deck tries to do, as you will see, is take advantage of Vennu's effect to add a card. It says once per turn, if another monster is tributed from your hand or field, except during the damage step, you can target one monster in your graveyard added to your hand. So depending on the situation, we want to control what we draw next so that we can take care of said situation. That's why we have the two Gishki chain. One Exile Force, it's a card that can tribute itself to target one monster in the field and destroy it. So Exile Force really good, it tributes itself, you destroy whatever monster you want, and then if you have Vennu on the field already, you get to either add it back or add another monster in your graveyard. So that's kind of the gimmick of this deck. We have two Senju of the Thousand Hands to search or two Vennu. One Sonic Bird because I'm running 3 ritual spells and only 2 Vennu. And I did it to make the ratio a little bit better. I didn't want to put too many monsters, so I just went with 3 Primal Cry and 1 Sonic Bird. And then for the rest of the monsters that tribute themselves, we have Evil Swarm, Old Lantern. It's kind of like Exile Force. You can tribute this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. The only difference is that Exile Force can destroy face-down monsters and monsters on your side of the field. Not that you would need to, but you can if you have to. It was mainly for the face-down destruction. The face-up, it's covered by Old Lantern. Old Lantern has better stats, and this is an ultra rare, so if you don't have it, just throw in a second Evil Swarm. This is from an event, I believe. And then we have 2 Evil Swarm Kitos. You can tribute this card, then target one spell trap card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Same thing, tribute itself for destruction. This time it's back row. And then we have 2 Possessed Dark Soul. This card is really cool. You can tribute this face-up card, take control of all face-up, level 3 or lower monster your opponent currently controls, and then you get to keep them. Now you're probably thinking there's not a lot of level 3 monsters running around, and you're right about that, but Vennu has another effect that I didn't mention. Once per turn, you can reveal one monster in your hand, then target one face-up monster on the field. That target's level becomes equal to the level the revealed monster had until the end of this turn. So that effect is basically so that you can turn any other monster into a level 8 or something if you're trying to ritual summon. But the way I use it with Possessed Dark Soul is that I'll turn their monster, or one of them, into a level 3, tribute my Possessed Dark Soul, steal their monsters, and because of Vennu's effect, I can add my Possessed Dark Soul back and just do that over and over, for as long as my Vennu is on the field. So that's why Possessed Dark Soul is here. 2 econs. It's another card that lets you tribute monsters from your side of the field to kind of get advantage with Vennu. I also like to econ take into level augmentation their monster and then tribute that to summon my Vennu. They're just, you know, cheesy plays you can do with this. 3 Primal Cry. This ritual has a really cool effect. It says, during your end phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 ritual monster in your graveyard that was sent there from the field this turn, special summon it. So it's a little bit like protection, but you know, only during your turn. So I like it because I can just swing my Vennu into, you know, whatever monster if there's back row and not worry about it, because if my Vennu gets destroyed, I'll get it back at the end phase. But it doesn't offer protection during your opponent's turn, which is where it kind of sucks a little bit. And then we have 2 Paleozoic Canadia, just, you know, some back row protection. And you can also use this to ritual summon your Vennu using level augmentations. Actually do that in one duel and it's super clutch. Let's get into the replays. We're gonna start from the top because I want to save that last replay that I think was the best duel I had with this deck. Shoutouts to my boy Reaper, by the way. I ran into him in the ladder, didn't know it was him. Apparently I kept him from ranking up, so my bad. But we had a good duel, man. And now people get to see it. He's running You're Under Arrest. I don't have that skill yet, so I don't really know what it does. So he's running Egg Sabers. Is gonna special summon level 3 from the hand. I'll go ahead and search my Vennu, activate level augmentation to immediately summon it using only the Senju that, you know, I searched my ritual monster with. Set my both Canadia, and this is what I'm talking about. I can just swing into the back row. We forced the Paleozoic. If it was something like Widespread Ruins, I could get it back with Primal Cry. And we're gonna see him summon his Full Helm Knight. I immediately, you know, Canadia that because I don't want him going into any synchro monsters. My Ketos is gonna destroy the back row. Unfortunately, it's an enemy controller, so I still can't attack. But I get my Ketos back with Venus effect. And I have a second Paleozoic Canadia to keep him from going into a synchro monster. And that pretty much wins me the game. Because from this point, I just clear up his field. He's still able to go into a Hyunlei. However, I have an enemy controller to answer that. And even at that, 2300, it's not really a threat to my Vennu. He's gonna get a search at the end phase. But I have Evil Swarm Old Lantern, so I can just destroy his monster and pretty much win the game from there. I was gonna get a monster back. We see the scoop. Sorry, my guy. I'm sure you'll be out of platinum in no time. I like that he was running X Sabers too. It's a really fun deck. But here we have a Yusei, which I believe was Destiny Heroes. We're going second. I like going second with this deck just because it is a ritual deck, so you're spending a lot of resources and getting that extra card can really help. Sets 1, Destiny Hero Drill Dark. I'm gonna go ahead and send you and go for the level augmentation play. Using that one Senju to special summon my Vennu. And now we can just go ahead and attack over the back row. He doesn't activate it, so gets a Galaxy Cyclone. I lose my enemy controller. A little unfortunate. Goes for the Destiny draw, and then he now has 3 back row. We're gonna see the Treacherous Trap Hole, which is unfortunate, but like I said, we have Primal Cry, so my Vennu comes back to the field. And I pick up another Keto, so I can just snipe away the back row, add him back for the next turn, so that I have him ready. And we see the Forbidden Chalice, so I was able to snipe away the Wall of Disruption, and that pretty much gave me the win there. Can you guys hear that? It's an ice cream truck. I'm over here wearing a jacket. Alright, we got Levi next. Using Tetsu. I've been farming a lot with Tetsu, the Tetsu event, and I've gotten 0 good skills. Except for beatdown, I did get beatdown, but I'm a little tilted that I'm not getting the Goyo skills. So I don't know if this man was playing a legitimate deck, or it was just some sort of auto duel deck, or a skill farming deck. I have no idea. But he goes for the tricky turn 1 with a Gladiator Beast, and a Jinso was sent to the grave, which I feel was disrespectful. So we're gonna attack into a Widespread Ruins. Doesn't matter, Primal Cry is gonna give us our Vennu back. He summons a Jinso, tries to go for the Suicide, but I won that Jinso, so I BM him a little bit, use the enemy controller, use my Vennu effect, as I was mentioning earlier, to turn Jinso into a level 3 monster. And Jinso, he does not deserve you. I got you, my boy. Now let's end them together. Pretty easy win there. But yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing, but I stole the Jinso, so I was like, why not? Let me save that replay. This replay is kind of the same way. It's just really funny. I believe Candido was actually in the duel room, and he was the second person that used Insectors against this deck, and both times the duel ended the same way. We're going first this time around. So I'm just gonna search with Gishki. I don't pick up anything, but I've at least, you know, set up my draws. It destroys my Canadia. Doesn't really do anything after that. Gishki Chain is gonna set up my my deck again because I don't have my Ritual Monster just yet. We're gonna see Insector Centipede into Parallel Twister. His Centipede is gonna go all the way up to 2600, and he gets to add a Zectaliber as well. So he chooses to destroy my monster, but guess what I have in hand? Possessed Dark Soul. Insector Centipede is one of those rare level 3 monsters you will see around. So easy steal for an easy win. The other duel against my boy Blescobar was pretty much the same way. And this is a duel. This is a duel that I saved. This was the first replay I got with this deck, but I saved it for last because I think it was the most intense. Shout out to my boy Eclipse. This was also in the duel room. He brought Yubel to the duel room, which I was not expecting. And I was really surprised at how my deck was able to keep up. I really thought that I was gonna lose rather quickly. Especially when he starts with Incarnate turn 1. You know, you already know that you're gonna have to figure out a way to out this monster. Sets a back row, ends the turn. I go for Gishki Chain, pick up my Primal Cry, go for the Econ take. So this is one Incarnate gone. Keep count of that. I'm gonna use Yubel Incarnate to summon my Vennu. And I met with a Drowning Mirror Force. At this point I thought, okay, I lost the duel. I really needed to, you know, put that damage right there. I lost my Ritual Monster. What am I gonna do? So Gishki Chain is gonna set up my top deck, and I decide to Suicide with the Fire King avatar. Unfortunately, he has another Yubel in hand, so this is Incarnate number 2. But at this point, I feel okay. I have Ketos, which can destroy, you know, this Fire King Island and destroy the Incarnate, but I don't want to give him the third monster, whatever his name is. So what I want to do is save my Canadia to flip this face down, because in order for this to summon the next step of the Yubel, it has to leave face up. So if you destroy it while face down, they don't get the special summon. I have to take this damage, unfortunately, and I'm down to 400 life points. So now we can go for the Ketos. And here I was just banking on him not drawing a monster. That's basically what it became. And I really, you know, I was afraid when I summoned the Senju, because I'm at exact lethal from a Fire King avatar. But I had to thin my deck, you know. This was a whole Hail Mary kind of situation. So I go for the search. The Widespread Ruins actually helps me, because not only is destroying my Senju that was in attack position and would kill me, you know, with a Fire King avatar, I get to summon a Canadia in defense mode, so my life points are protected. And if that wasn't enough, Canadia is immune to Incarnate's effect. It's immune to monster effects, so he's gonna use My Name is Jubel. Ultimate Nightmare goes back into the deck. and we are going to see the third Terror. Is that the name? Incarnate Terror or something like that? Terror Incarnate, yeah, I had it backwards. So he destroys my Possessed Dark Soul, but he cannot destroy my Canadia. And this is where, you know, I had to gamble it up. My only out for this U-Bell now is stealing it. But obviously, I didn't want to summon my Vennu the same turn I search for the Ritual spell, because then I can't summon my Possessed Dark Soul. So I have to be able to summon both of them in the same turn. Otherwise, my Vennu is gonna die to this thing. So I have to just, you know, summon the Sonic Bird. We see the Fire King avatar. Finally, he gets one. And luckily, at this point, I have my Canadia, so I'm able to protect my life points. And now I can go for the play. Level Augmentation onto that Canadia. So really clutch that Canadia was able to stay on the field. We're going to special summon the Vennu. Activate Vennu's effect to turn that Terror Incarnate into level 3. Possessed Dark Soul is going to steal that. And then I get my Ketos. I was really afraid that this was going to be another Drowning Mirror Force, but I was like, at this point, I stole his monster, I think I'm safe. And I have a Primal Cry in the graveyard, so even though Incarnate destroyed my Vennu, I get it back during the end phase. And now I have my Evil Swarm Ketos, so I can get rid of the back row, which was a limit reverse. It's not going to help him. U-Bell getting destroyed doesn't do anything for him because I have his only second stage. But we'll get to see the animation at least. Nice. Nice to see you. Now get out of here. And then I get the Ketos back because I expected a second Sphere Kribo. So I wanted to be able to destroy any back row I needed. Once again, Terror Incarnate is going to destroy my Vennu, but I have a Primal Cry, so I get it back. And then he shows me pretty much that, you know, he's got nothing left by activating that Fire King Island. I'm able to win the game. Super stoked that my deck was able to deal with not one, not two, but 3 U-Bell Terror Incarnate, and, you know, have that clutch comeback at 400 life points. So yeah, shout outs to Eclipse for that spicy duel. And that's gonna be it for this video. Like I mentioned in the last video, I'm gonna be playing, you know, just random stuff that I like, even if it's not super competitive. You know, I'm just trying to make some entertaining videos. Vennu is one of those cards that has always been fun every time I use it, so this was no different. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't, the link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And until next time.